What's up guys, it's here by Quality, and welcome back to another video of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking all 41 conversion kits within Modern Warfare 3. And honestly, the conversion kits is what signifies Modern Warfare 3 from other Call of Duties in the past. These are basically like super attachments you can find on around 40 plus guns and completely changes a gun original properties, making it something completely different. It can make it more fun, more broken, or whatever the case is. I'm going to be ranking all 41 of these conversion kits from worst to best based on how fun they are and how broken they are in the entire game. And I'm also going to provide class setups for all these conversion kits as well, so that you guys can use these conversion kits to their best potential. This is going to be a very long video, so I'm going to try to go through things very succinctly, but if you guys are excited to hear about all 41 conversion kits and see what I think is the best conversion kit in the game, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. I upload Call of Duty content here on the channel, and during Black Ops 6, I'm gonna have the best Black Ops 6 content for you to definitely look forward to. So if you enjoy nukes or high kill gameplays, or even the occasional random video like this, definitely stick around. I'm gonna separate the 41 conversion kits into 3 tiers: the elite tier, the useful/fun tier, and the trash tier. So let's go ahead and start things off with the trash tier. And the worst conversion kit in the entire game, in my opinion, is the BASB conversion kit known as the Jack Outlaw. When it first launched, this was one of the best conversion kits in the game, but I think it took them like a couple of days. I think it was like nerfed over a weekend or something, and it made it completely useless. It basically takes the BASB battle rifle and turns it into a marksman rifle, and used to one-shot really consistently, but now it only one-shots to the head, I believe, or up to like 5 meters or whatever the case is, and it's kind of useless. So I would say this is the worst conversion kit in the game, and I don't recommend it at all. Ranked at number 40, we got the Jack Intimidator conversion kit for the Renetti pistol. It takes the 3-round burst pistol and turns it into a worse semi-auto pistol. Legit, it's the worst semi-auto pistol in the game. There is no point in using it. I don't think they ever buffed it. So if you want to suffer, hey, rock with it. But if you play hardcore, you will find success with it in hardcore. It's actually kind of fun in hardcore. So that'd be the only reason you use this thing. It's actually pretty bad. Moving on forward, we got number 39, the Jack Atlas conversion kit for the AMR9. This is the conversion kit that turns the AMR9 SMG into a 4-round burst SMG. And honestly, I don't really like it because it's inconsistent. Yes, you can one burst with it, but I believe all 4 shots have to pretty much hit the target, and it's only up to like a very short range. So at farther ranges, you can't one burst at all. Just makes the AMR9 weaker, and I'd rather have it in full auto mode. Just don't use it, in my opinion. And number 38, we're gonna have the Jack Gunslinger conversion kit for the Basilisk. Now, the Basilisk itself was never really a crazy good pistol, but with this conversion kit, I will admit, it's really fun to use, but run out of ammo really quickly. So unless you're using it in S&D, I don't really recommend it as a reliable secondary, but there's some kind of chance you might find some success with it. I would just avoid it completely for some of the other secondary conversion kits. And the last trash tier conversion kit, at number 37, we got the WSP9 Broodmother 45 kit. I have honestly only used this kit like once back in the beginning of the year, and I don't think they ever adjusted this conversion kit completely well. It turns the WSP9 SMG from, you know, a regular SMG to like a harder hitting SMG, but with like less accuracy and a slower fire rate. And it just feels very cumbersome to use. It's just not worth it. Not really fun to rush with. Yeah, it's like a consistent 3-shot, maybe 4-shot kill, but it's really easy to fall out of that 3-shot kill range, at least from my experience. And you run out of ammo really quickly as well. So up to you if you like it. I just really don't like it. So those were pretty much the worst conversion kits in the game. Now we're gonna move over to the useful/fun tier here. And for number 36, kind of leading us into this fun section, we have the MCW 6.8 fully automatic conversion kit. Now, it is boring in the sense that it just makes the gun fully automatic, but at least the MCW 6.8 marksman rifle becomes usable with this conversion kit. You can build it up nicely to have at least decent recoil control, and you can have a decent time to kill using this gun. So if you've never used this gun for whatever reason, use it with the conversion kit, and you might have a fun time. So at 35, we got the Harbinger conversion kit for the M4. It turns the fully automatic MW3 M4 into a 2-round burst like marksman rifle beast, honestly. So it's almost like a 2-shot kill anywhere. It's just a little bit slow to use, and the recoil jumps up a lot. But if you're able to sit back and use it to its most effectiveness, you will have fun with it, which is why it's kind of fun to use. At number 34, we got the Jack Eden double barrel conversion kit for the AMR9. Yeah, the AMR9 is one of those guns that has 2 conversion kits, and this one's just slightly better than the burst conversion kit. So essentially, you shoot 2 bullets at the same time, and this actually gives the AMR9 a kind of a faster time to kill, at least up close. At range, you might find it falling off just because the 2 bullets kind of like diverge at some point, so it's kind of useless at farther ranges. But as long as you keep your engagement so close and you know how to use it effectively, you will melt some people surprisingly well. So up to you. I still prefer the regular AMR9 though. Now we're getting to the real fun stuff. At 33, we got the MX Guardian conversion kit known as the Jack Lance. Now this just came out and I found myself having a lot of fun with it. I did see some people complaining about it, that it sucked or whatever. Me personally, I just kind of ran it as a sniper. But basically this conversion kit just gives the MX Guardian like air pressure and it shoots out bolts or whatever. It's like a futuristic crossbow in a sense. So you got to lead your shots and everything. So if you're kind of skilled and you get the feeling of the Jack Lance down, you can really use this like a crossbow and absolutely make your opponents rage. It's surprisingly fun, but you need to have the skill to use it. Coming in at 32, we got the explosive Jack Salvo conversion kit for the Cat AMR. Now this one also just came out very recently and makes the Cat AMR shoot out explosive rockets. If you never wanted to use an RPG, instead, you can just snipe RPGs. And I honestly don't think it's that overpowered. It's more so just fun because people can just run EOD and you'll get a lot more hit markers. But if you hit them directly with the sniper, they're going to still explode. So enjoy it. It's a blast. Literally a blast to use. Next up at 31, we got the conversion kit known as the Jack Volk for 2 guns. You can actually put this conversion kit on both the KVD Enforcer and the KV Inhibitor. I think it's a little bit better on the KV Inhibitor because it basically turns this marksman rifle and the sniper rifle into a 2-round burst in a sense. And with the KV Inhibitor, since it's a sniper, you only need to really hit one of the 2 bursts. It does shoot a little bit more slowly, but it's a little bit more consistent with the kills. Whereas with the KVD Enforcer, you have to hit the 2 bullets, you know, on the target most consistently. So it's up to you. This conversion kit is either a hit or miss depending on the person. I really had a lot of fun using it. But you might hate it. It really depends on your skill level and how you vibe with the gun. At number 30, we got the Jack Wide Mouth Barrel for the Moors, and this is legit a blast to use. It turns the Moor Sniper into essentially a futuristic blunderbuss shotgun from CoD World War II. And instead of it being old school, it's futuristic and like shoots out air or something, or has like a force of power. I don't know, it just feels super awesome to use. Very similar to the STORMENDER conversion kit we're going to talk about in a little bit. But the only drawback of using this shotgun in a sense is that you have no aim assist. So you have to always ADS when using the wide mouth barrel here if you want to find success. Otherwise, if you're on keyboard and mouse, you might have a lot more enjoyment than some controller players. That's the only caveat to this thing. Otherwise, very consistent with one-shot kills in a certain range. And at number 29, just right after the Moors, we got the Jack Voltstorm for the STORMENDER launcher. This turns the STORMENDER launcher into like an electric shotgun, an electric thunder gun, if you want to call it. And basically, after like 8 meters or something, it doesn't make any impact at all. It won't even damage the opponents. But as long as you keep yourself within 8 meters and you're good with your movement and everything, every time you charge this shotgun up and release it, they are guaranteed to be dead no matter where you hit them. It's one of the most fun shotguns in the game, but it takes a lot of skill to use, and you need to have some finesse with it to really take full advantage of it. So some of you are going to hate it, but for those of you that can really utilize its power, you're going to enjoy it on Small Map Mosh Pit, and especially the Shipment 24/7 playlist. Next up at 28, we got the Jack Thunder LMG kit for the Sidewinder. This conversion kit was up and down throughout the entire year. They buffed it, they nerfed it, they reworked it, and basically in the end, it's actually really good. It bursts out with a really fast fire rate, but then the fire rate gets even faster up to a certain point, and the only downside is that it does have a lot of recoil, but the Sidewinder basically turns from a battle rifle to a fast killing LMG. And I think it's a little bit more usable with the conversion kit now after all the necessary changes. So try it out for yourself and you might find some fun. Next up at 27, we got the RGL-80 launcher. And basically it doesn't do too much to the launcher. It just allows you to put on ammunition on the launcher. That's pretty much the biggest change to it. You can add like slugs, semtexes, and I believe thermites. So a lot of utility there. I just prefer to use slugs on it, and I just basically turn into a shotgun, and I could really just noob tube opponents to oblivion. It's really fun to use, And that's why I kind of put a little bit higher than some of these other conversion kits, because it has a lot of utility. So try it out for yourselves. At number 26 here, we got a kind of a personal favorite of mine. We got the Jack Death March conversion kit for the BAL-27. So instead of just having that futuristic BAL-27 with the regular AR bullets, it turns it even to a more futuristic 4-round burst laser gun. And the way I like to rock this gun is to basically turn it into a sniper. It kind of reminds me of the P06 from Black Ops 3, and that's how I pretty much run it. The only problem with it is that it doesn't have that much range. You can snipe with it at farther ranges, but it just has too much recoil, and all the bullets, you know, go off to a certain path because the bullet velocity is a little bit weird. So you might find, you know, it'll be weird on like longer range maps where if you use it on a small map mosh pit, you'll find a lot of success once you get the feel for the gun. At number 25, we got a shotgun that I haven't talked about in a minute, and that's the Jack Maglift kit for the Haymaker. You guys remember the Haymaker? This thing was crazy when it first came out. Now, of course, they've nerfed it into oblivion, and it's not as crazy as it was before, but you can still find a lot of success with it. Just make sure you stay on the smaller maps, and you kind of had to take your opponents by surprise, because now I feel like it gets too many hit markers, but it does have a really fast fire rate, so you can clear out rooms very easily with it. But I think I'd rather use the STORMENDER for such a situation. But for this, it takes less skill, because you could just spam. So up to you. You might like it, you might hate it. At number 24 here, we have the Jack Beholder Rifle Kit for the TYR pistol. And it essentially turns this TYR pistol into a sniper pistol. You can pretty much one-shot up to like 18 meters for a pretty far range, like to the upper chest. But I think it's a one-shot headshot infinitely. So if you see somebody at 100 meters and you just aim for the head with this pistol, they will die. And that's kind of satisfying. So use it for that reason. It's just really fun to use. At number 23, we got the Jack Devastators, which is basically the akimbo conversion kit for the Reclaimer 18. So instead of just one Reclaimer 18, you got to double the Reclaimer 18s. And this is a semi-auto, you know, akimbo, so it's just gonna annihilate your opponents because it has a really fast fire rate, and you got 2 shotguns. The only problem is that it runs out of ammo really quickly, so you need either fast mags or you need to run overkill and switch to your second gun. But it's a blast to use, especially if you play S&D or the smaller maps. And at number 22, we got the Jack Wardens, which is the akimbo shotgun conversion kit for the Lockwood MK2 marksman rifle. So you legit take a marksman rifle and turn it into 2 shotguns, basically being the akimbo model 1887s from the OG MW2. And these are just a little bit more consistent than the Jack Reclaimers or the Jack Devastators, because you have a little bit more range and you actually one-shot the opponents a lot more consistently. I just prefer the Lockwood MK2s, but both of these akimbo shotguns are absolutely killer. At number 21, we got the WSP Akimbo Brace Stock conversion kit for the WSP Swarm. And just like the past two, this is another akimbo conversion kit, this time for the SMG of the WSP Swarm. I don't think it's that crazy just because you can't, you know, go crazy far range of it, but up close, you annihilate opponents really easily. But depending on your setup, you might feel a little bit slow with it. So really the movement is what kind of takes this gun down from being completely overpowered, but you can definitely find success on these smaller maps and if you play a little bit smarter. And for the final conversion kit in the useful/fun tier that I've got here, we got number 20, the Jack Tyrant 762 kit for the longbow. Now the longbow has always been a really fun sniper, but it's even more consistent with this conversion kit because it makes the gun one-shot even more consistently and at farther ranges. The only problem is that it's a sniper, so it has no aim assist, so if you're essentially super skilled, you'll find a lot of freaking love and you'll overpower your opponent with this longbow sniper rifle. But it is a little bit harder to use. Like I said, there's no aim assist, so controller players are kind of screwed unless you have some actual skill. So it's up to you. I found a lot of fun with it though. And that concludes the useful/fun tier list of the conversion kits here. And now we're going to move on into the elite tier of conversion kits. And these are the cream of the crop. These are the best conversion kits to put on, where you can annihilate your opponents with a lot more ease. And leading the pack here, at number 19, we got the Jack Jawbreaker conversion kit for the KV Broadside Shotgun. It essentially turns the KV Broadside Shotgun into a battle rifle that pretty much is like a 2-shot or 3-shot, even at far ranges. It just has a little bit of a magazine issue, but if you can get past that and you have the right class, you can annihilate opponents at any range if you have the accuracy, which is not too hard with this thing. It's pretty crazy. At number 18, we got the Jack Heretic Carbine kit for the MTZ-762. And I haven't really talked about the MTZ-762 because I just feel like it's you know, people don't really care about it. And, you know, here on YouTube, you gotta talk about the meta guns, but nobody seems to care for this gun. But this essentially turns the MTZ battle rifle into an assault rifle, essentially. It comes with like a 30-round mag by default, and has a faster fire rate. It just feels really smooth. The recoil might be a bit of a problem for you, but with this class setup, you're gonna be melting fools like crazy. Let me know if it reminds you of the AMAX from the past. At number 17, we got the Jack Decimator conversion kit for the Lockman Shroud. And since the Lockman Shroud is usually a burst, with this conversion kit, it turns it into a full auto, pretty much making it the Lockman sub from the OG MW2, just with a faster time to kill. A little bit boring, but it is very proficient here in the game, so that's why I kind of put it up here in the list. It's boring, but very powerful. At number 16, we got the Core 45 conversion kit, known as the XRP IV2 conversion kit, basically the binary trigger conversion kit. This makes it so that you can not only spam the Core 45 semi-auto-wise, but it basically doubles the rapid fire on it. It's very weird. You like tap the trigger and you release it and it shoots 2 bullets at once, and it's like super overpowered. I remember this being banned in Warzone for a set amount of time, and it's pretty crazy in multiplayer. At number 15, we got the Jack Burnout kit for the Holger 26, and this essentially just maximizes the fire rate of the Holger 26 and just allows it to completely decimate your opponents into little smithereens. So try it out. It just has a ton of recoil, but up close, you're going to be absolutely bodying your opponents. At number 14, we got the Jack Nightshade Rifle Kit for the DG58 LSW LMG. And this essentially turns the DG58 LSW LMG into an AR SMG hybrid, has way more movement, a faster fire rate, and it's kind of similar to the Holger 26 Jack Burnout Kit a little bit, except it has just way more movement. So you can kind of see it as an SMG AR LMG hybrid, and you're gonna have a lot of more fun with it because they have buffed it over the years, or over the year I should say, and it just feels a ton better to use at all ranges. Definitely use it. It might be one of your favorites. At number 13, we got the Jack Ferocity Carbine Kit for the Renetti. This is the second one for it that turns it fully automatic, and this essentially is like the fastest killing secondary in the game, because when you put it on, they like secretly buffed it at some point throughout the year, and ever since then they haven't really touched it. It's literally disgusting, has amazing range for a secondary, and I highly recommend it, especially with this class. Let me know if you've been annihilating lobbies with it. At number 12, we got the Jack Cataclysm conversion kit for the RPK. This turns the amazing LMG of the RPK into a full-on sniper, basically kind of mirroring the Barrett 50 cal from MW2. And this thing, it got nerfed heavily, but even with all these heavy nerfs, it's still absolutely disgusting. But especially when it came out, it was abused. It was in every lobby. It's still very effective today, not as crazy as before, because now it's a little more flinch and recoil. But if you got the accuracy and you can kind of, shrug off the sluggishness, you'll have success with this sniper. At number 11, we got the Jack Protean conversion kit for the RAL MG. Now, when you use this Jack Protean conversion kit, don't use the RAL MG in full auto mode, use it in semi-auto mode, because it essentially is a 2-shot at almost every range. Just turns the LMG kind of like into a battle rifle, and it just feels absolutely disgusting to use. At number 10, we got the Jack Shadow Titan kit for the Bruin MK9, and it essentially just gives the Jack Shadow or the Bruin MK9 blackout rounds. So the gun is going to be automatically suppressed, and it's going to be a lot more versatile for short to medium range situations. It's a lot more speed, and it essentially is my top 10 here because it just feels so nice to use and has a really great time to kill. I love it personally. At number 9, we got the Jack Backsaw kit for the Holger 556, and it's pretty much the double barrel conversion kit from the AMR9 put on the Holger 556, and it works a lot better on the Holger. Absolutely decimates the opponent, especially on small map mosh pit up to like 50 meters, where you have like essentially like a 3-shot kill for a bit, and especially if you can control the recoil and kind of deal with the sort of flinch that it has, because the bullets kind of like separate themselves at farther ranges. As long as you keep your engagements kind of slow, short to medium range, this thing will annihilate anything in its path. It's just a little bit sluggish at times, but it's really good. At number 8, we got the Jack Scimitar kit for the FJX Horus. Now, even though it gets a slower time to kill, the accuracy and the recoil control you get from this conversion kit on the FJX Horus more than makes up for it. It gives the FJX Horus a bunch more damage range as well, and really turns it into a true like SMG AR hybrid with just a lot more speed. The horse is already good even without the conversion kit, but if you want a little bit more range, the Jack Scimitar kit is right there for you. At number 7, we got the Jack Requiem conversion kit for 2 guns that you can actually apply it to, the Cast Off 545 and the Cast Off 762. If you want even more accuracy, then the Cast Off 545 class is for you, but if you want a little bit of a faster time to kill, then the Cast Off 762 class is the choice for you. But essentially, it just gives these guns very little to zero recoil. And with these classes, you essentially don't even have to move the control stick or your keyboard and mouse in any single way. It's a laser beam. Always love this conversion kit for fun. At number 6, we got the conversion kit of the Jack Patriot, which is for the M16, and it essentially just turns the M16 burst into a fully automatic M16. It's pretty much reminding me of like the M4 carbine from CoD 4. That's essentially what it's kind of telling me, to use. The only problem with this gun is that it has a little bit of vertical recoil, but if you can get over that, the M16 in full auto is absolutely disgusting. Definitely keep your ranges kind of close, because at long ranges, like I said, the recoil kind of gets in the way even with a meta class setup, but it's a really amazing gun to use. At number 5, we got kind of an anomaly here. We got the Jack Annihilator Bullpup kit for the Pulley-Me-Out 762, and this thing has always been good in the entire game, in both multiplayer, Warzone. Turns the Pulley-Me-Out 762 LMG from a regular LMG to just a way more mobile bullpup LMG. You have way more speed, a faster fire rate, a faster time to kill, and it's just the essential way to rock the Pulley-Me-Out 762, especially if you're playing multiplayer. So rock it on. If you haven't used it, it's been available all year and it's always been an absolute monster. At number 4 here, getting close to the bronze position now, we got the Jack Signal Burst conversion kit, which you can put on 2 guns, and that's going to be the Holger 556 and the DM56. And this basically turns the AR and the marksman rifle into 4-round burst AR and marksman rifles, and they're absolutely incredible. They were kind of trash when it first came out, but over the year, this conversion kit was buffed, and it makes the Holger 556 a 1 burst very consistently, and the DM56 is even more scary. The Holger 556 one just has a little bit more recoil, so I wouldn't recommend it. But if you were to use this Jack Signal Burst, use it on the DM56. Legit no recoil, and is almost always an easy 1 burst or 2 burst kill. It's so disgusting, it's crazy. Rounding out the number 3 spot here on all 41 conversion kits, we got the Jack Revenger kit for the BP50. Now, if this BP50 conversion kit was the way, when it launched, this would easily be number 1. But even after all the nerfs that this BP50 got from the conversion kit or whatever, it's still an absolute monster in the game. I literally just dropped a quad MGB video either yesterday or the other day, and it's legit no laughing matter how amazing it turns this BP50 AR into an SMG AR hybrid. It's incredible. You gotta use it if you haven't tried it yet. In number 2, this one might surprise you, but we got the Jack Headhunter carbine conversion for the Rival 9 SMG. And what this essentially does is turn the Rival 9 from a fully automatic SMG into a burst SMG. And I remember when this first launched, it was absolutely terrible, it wasn't worth using, but over the year, they buffed this conversion kit into something that's absolutely mighty, and I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on. And the last time I used this was a little bit after the Black Ops 6 beta. I was like, what should I use? And I was like, oh, let me use the Rival 9 Burst, and oh my god, they buffed this thing into oblivion. If you have not given the Rival 9 conversion kit a chance, definitely do so, because I never thought a Burst SMG would be so powerful, but it's actually pretty amazing. It obliterates the opponents very easily. Just hold down the trigger. And at number 1, the best conversion kit in the entire game out of all the 41 conversion kits in this game is the Jack Raven MCW kit for the MCW. It turns the MCW from an AR to like an SMG AR hybrid, kind of similar to the BP50, but still more reliant on the AR section, I guess you could say. It gives it blackout rounds, if I'm not mistaken, and the gun just is disgusting. It's amazing in Warzone, has one of the fastest 10 kill in Warzone. In multiplayer, it just annihilates. Like if I'm not using the Super E or the static, the next gun that I go to is basically this gun with the conversion kit. It just feels comfortable to use. It's nice to rush with. I just love it personally. Let me know what you guys think of this Jack Raven kit. Do you like it? Have you even tried it? If you haven't, definitely use it for yourselves with this class and see how amazing it is. But there you guys go. That is my list. All 41 conversion kits in order of what I think is from worst to best. And how did I do? And what would you put in your top 10, or even give me your entire 41 list? This list took a while to compile. This video took a while to compile. So I might take like a break for a couple of days, but let me know what you guys think about the conversion kits in this game. It's sad that we won't see them in Black Ops 6, but maybe we'll see some other surprises in Black Ops 6. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, or even more entertaining gameplay, once again, drop a like and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. We're on the road to 250,000 subscribers on YouTube here, especially during the Black Ops 6 year, which will be an amazing dream to achieve. Follow me over on my Twitch at twitch.tv/MarkOverHero if you want to see me live, and it's currently 6:37 a.m. I didn't sleep at all making this video, so hopefully you can achieve or appreciate the consistency here. But I love you all, and what do you think of the conversion kits? I love you all.